Twice in one day. Can you believe that? What's up, TikTok? What's up, internet people? Hurting. You're hurting. I'm sorry. You're goth girly. Mr. Olstein, how's it going?
Good evening, my friend.
How's it going?
I pray for your addiction.
You pray for my addiction?
Yes,
What do you mean by
porn.
that?
Because you're addicted to porn.
I'm addicted to porn?
I want to heal you.
You want to heal me?
Yes, those demons inside your brain. You've got to let it out. Let it out.
Hey, I got a question for you. Just kidding. I just wanted to kick you off. Thanks for sharing, though. Yeah, WTH. I don't know. Some people say weird things sometimes. But, whatever. Welcome, everybody. My name is Austin Hamilton, also known as the Porn Coach. What's up, Kayla? Yeah, that was interesting. That was for sure interesting. Can I join later? Why don't you join now? You're a goth girly. Can you ever take back someone who cheated? Yeah, I think you can. What happened? Stultifying? Sorry you're going through that, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you definitely don't see it helping from your kind. Joel, give me weird vibes, man. Weird vibes from the chat. All right. Okay, here's the question. Not is porn cheating? That was yesterday's question. We're trying a new prompt. Is porn helping or hurting your relationship? Is porn as defined by imagery, typically showing an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse? Is porn helping or hurting your relationship? Which is it? Lexi would like to chat. Oh, Lexi's not there. Alexis would like to chat. I think it does both. I'd say it depends on communication and understanding between the couple. Okay. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, so I think it's porn has nothing to do with it. It's the person and their character.
What are you talking about?
For example, there's porn on everything. And as the same as there can be women everywhere, it just depends on the person if they're gonna make it into a problem. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know
Let
how
me
to
take a step
explain
back.
it.
Is porn helping or hurting your relationship?
It's not hurting mine, but it could hurt other people's because everybody's different in the way they perceive porn.
Got it. Okay. So, do you watch porn?
Yeah.
You do. Okay. Does your partner watch porn?
Yeah,
Okay. And are you married? Are you dating? What's your relationship?
dating.
You're dating. Got it.
Dating.
All right. Are you 18 or over, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, and you guys both watch porn, and you say that it's not hurting your relationship. Would you say it's
Yeah.
helping your relationship?
Um, in ways of like, how do I, being
Can you turn the
intimate.
TV off, by the way, or whatever that is in the
Yeah, of
background?
course.
Cool,
Of
thank you.
course. I didn't, give me 1 second. It's just different. Like every body is different. You can learn new things. Um, that's the only way I've seen it helpful.
Okay, so it's helpful because you learn new things,
Yes, new arousal things.
new arousal
New
things. What does that mean?
um like different positions.
Different positions.
Yeah.
Got it. So you learn different positions, and that's why it's helping your relationship. So now that you've learned the positions, do you still watch porn?
Yeah.
Why? If you've already learned the positions, what more are you getting from the porn?
Arousal.
Arousal.
Mm-hmm.
So you get aroused. Do you watch it with your partner or by yourself?
With.
With your partner. So
Yes.
does your partner not arouse you?
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. So then I'm confused. Why do you turn to other people to get aroused?
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds. I don't know.
When I put it what way? I'm just feeding back what I'm hearing.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that at this point. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What's going through your head right now?
No, it's just I didn't think porn was harmful. Hmm. But I
Okay.
can see how it can it can be harmful.
Okay. Okay. So why do you think you watch porn?
In a way, I feel like we both don't satisfy each other, so we need it.
Got it. So you guys aren't able, you guys don't satisfy one another, so you need it, meaning an external stimuli, in order to become aroused and satisfy one another.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel hearing that back to you?
Well, it sucks. I thought it was normal, but I thought it was normal as long as they don't cheat.
You thought it was porn is normal as long as they don't cheat?
Yeah, physically
All right,
with
but who's
anyone.
they? Because you said you watch
Your
porn,
partner.
but you watch porn, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when does cheating become cheating?
When you're physically with someone or texting them, like emotional cheating or physical cheating.
Got it. Does he ever watch porn without you?
I'm sure he does, but I personally, I don't mind it. If I feel like every guy does it, so why try to control something you can't control?
Every guy does it. You think that's true?
Well, that's what I think.
Yeah. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Are you 18 or over, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you think every guy does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what if that wasn't true? I can tell you that's not true.
I'd be very, very surprised.
Okay. Well, do you think like would you rather your boyfriend not watch porn?
Well, yeah, every girl wants that. Like, but like, we kind of just think life is not, roses and daisies, and guys aren't perfect. So we kind of just settle for what we think is realistic.
We think life is not roses and daisies, so are you talking about all women or yourself?
No,
Settle,
just myself.
just
Like,
yourself. Okay.
I don't think, I don't think men are bad at all. No. Some are, but
Do you
I
think you're
don't think.
settling for less than you deserve?
Mm, no, because I'm not like, I'm not getting hit. I'm not. It's not like that.
No, because you're not getting hit.
No, I'm not getting disrespected.
Your boyfriend masturbates while watching other women have sex. Do you think that's disrespectful?
Mm, yes. Yeah, but
But what?
I don't know. I feel like some girls, mainly including me, just kind of settle with the idea that in this generation a lot of guys are watching, porn, and so we just have to go along with it. Um
Can I push you on that?
yeah.
I'm curious when that started for you. Settling for less than what I think you like deep down you think that you deserve more, but I'm curious if that started before the porn thing, of you settling for less than what you deserve.
Well, yeah. Every relationship has its problems, but I didn't think porn was a problem as long as I didn't cheat physically with anyone.
Hmm. Have you ever have you ever been cheated on physically?
Um, from what I know, no.
Okay. Have you ever been physically abused?
No. No. In what way do you see porn harmful?
In what way do I see porn as harmful?
Yeah, I want to see your perspective.
Yeah. Well, one, I don't think it's respectful or honoring to your partner, and therefore I think it harms relationships because it encourages the viewer to objectify the person on the screen and treat them as an object for their sexual gratification. And when somebody does that, it creates a wedge between them and their intimate partner, their real life partner. And that's one reason why I think porn is harmful.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just wondering if there's more possible for you to not settle for this, if it's something that actually you're not wanting. You said you'd prefer that he not watch porn, right?
Yeah.
So do you think you'll
But
have to always settle for that?
no, no. When you're in your 20s, you should also know that the first relationship you get into is not always going to be forever. So I'm aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we learn what we do, what we don't want.
Mm-hmm. So do
No,
you?
it's just a little refreshing to hear that not all people watch it. Because I'm sure there's girls that think the way I do in this new generation.
Mm-hmm. Well, there absolutely are, and look, I mean, your age, early 20s, so many men, so many people watch pornography. So I totally get it. I totally get it. To where you can lose hope or become disenfranchised with the possibility of having a partner who doesn't watch pornography. But what I would say to you, Alexis, is you don't have to tolerate it. You don't have to stand for that. There are men out there who want to treat you better than that. And I would actually say a man who's struggling with pornography probably also wants to treat you better than that. He just doesn't know how. So I can have compassion for that, no doubt.
Yeah.
But don't underestimate
Uh,
the power of your voice to speak for what to demand what you're wanting. So
yeah. Well, thank you with your perspective.
thanks for sharing.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye bye. Is porn helping or hurting your relationship?
Hi.
Hey there, what's going on?
Nothing. So you don't watch porn?
I don't watch porn, no. Here's the question: is porn helping or hurting your relationship?
I'm not in a relationship.
You're not in a relationship, okay? Do you watch porn?
No.
Okay.
I'm just curious about you not watching porn.
Okay. What's your question?
I mean, you don't watch porn ever? You've
I
never watched porn?
I have watched porn. I watched pornography for about 20 years, which escalated into physical cheating. And then I stopped and realized this is not a good way to live life. It's not a good way to treat my spouse. It's not a good way to view other human beings. It's not a good way to take care of my body. So I said, you know what? Something should change here. And it did. So, what other questions you got?
So are you in a relationship?
Mm-hmm. Been married 14 years.
And does your wife insist that you don't watch porn?
Does my wife insist that I don't watch porn? No. I insist that
Or
I
is
don't
this
watch porn.
something you decided on your own?
I just told you. I came to this conclusion on my own.
You came to this conclusion. Yeah.
Are you, so have you watch porn, or when you're in a relationship, do your partners watch porn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it? Okay. Okay.
Doesn't
Great.
bother me.
Okay. Great.
Why am I moaning?
All right. Well, thanks for sharing. I feel like that was like an AI bot. Were you a bot? Hey there, what's going on? Hello? 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 Chat, what do we think about this new prompt? Is porn helping or hurting your relationship? What do we think? I mean, the jury's still out. We're still seeing how people respond to this. You like it better? You like it? Hey there, what's going on? Hello. Well, like all good ideas, guess whose idea the new prompt was? Chat. Take one guess. One guess.
Hey there.
Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, I was gonna respond. Is it helping or hurting your relationship? I'm not in a relationship, but I did watch it while I was in a relationship.
Okay. And did it help or hurt?
I just did it privately. I did it secretly.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't watch it in front of him. I just watched it but right before I went to bed.
Okay. Got it. When you're in a relationship, do you not watch it?
I always watch it so
You
I can
always watch
sleep.
it. Got it.
Yeah.
What's your I don't know how to ask this question, but like your picture and you're promoting your Instagram and all that, like what's your shtick?
Oh, I do like online like take pictures of myself, videos. I make it myself.
You make porn?
Uh-huh.
Got it. Okay. Okay. How long you been doing that for?
Since 2022.
Since 2022. Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you start doing that?
I started doing because I needed money, and I was already a pretty sexual person.
Hmm.
And then I got in a relationship, and my boyfriend at the time made me delete it, and so I did for 1 month, and then he later broke up with me.
Okay.
And then I went back and I got on it again.
Got it. So you're on OnlyFans or something?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So you think it hurts your relationship?
I know it hurt my relationship.
So, but like how? Like in what way? In what way? Like, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm uneducated, so let me know.
You're probably more educated than you think. Well, I believe, just a belief I have, I'm not asking you or anybody else to believe it, but I believe that all people, women and all people, should be treated with dignity, honor, and respect. And I don't think that it's viewing somebody with dignity, honor, and respect, or treating them that way if we're consuming them through our lustful passions and masturbating to them. I also don't think it's honoring to a romantic partner. It's just my belief. I don't think it's honoring to a romantic partner to be consuming other people outside of the relationship for our lustful desire, to satisfy a lustful temptation.
I see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, do you ever make it with your wife and watch it back?
Do I ever make porn with my wife and watch it back? Well, based on the 3-minute conversation we've had so far, what do you think my answer to that question will be?
I guess not, right? But maybe
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah, no,
right.
I don't. Because I view my wife as somebody who should be treated with dignity, honor, and respect. And one way I do that is I don't objectify her and try to create fantasy content for to use her later. I prefer real intimate connection with her, not false
Okay.
intimacy, which is what pornography is.
Okay. Well, not all of it's false. I mean, but yeah, for a lot for the camera, like, you try to work harder. So I guess, I see men getting the, unrealistic expectations, which sometimes they do, right? Because they're like, oh, you're really getting off. And like, I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not getting off at all. But you watch that in, the videos. So that's what you think. So I kind of just like have to teach guys or so I can see it being a problem. Yeah, I can see it. I'm not saying it's all sunshine and rainbows for sure. So yeah, but this is just
Well,
what I do, and
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't feel bad. I don't have like, sorry to interrupt you. I don't have like post nut clarity. Like a lot of guys have like post nut. I don't have that. So like after I do it, I just like feel so great, and then I go to sleep. That's it.
mhm.
I don't treat guys any type of way because I watch it.
Got it. But you do it for a living, right? You make porn.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your only source of income?
Yes.
How much money do you make?
Oh, this month's a slow month. Yeah. But I've made let's see, I've made 5 figures before in my life, in my career, and I've also made, let's see how many figures that is. 4 figures. I usually make at least, a few thousand a month at least, but
Got it. Okay, so 4 figures, maybe some 5-figure months in there.
yeah, pretty much for me right now. Yes.
Got it. All right. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Okay. And you started because you needed money. Can I throw out a term that might be offensive to you and just see if you
Of
resonate with it?
course. Yeah.
Yeah. Digital prostitute. How does that term land with you?
Digital prostitute. I mean, yeah, it's accurate. I guess it's accurate, right? But I think it's a little bit rude to say that, but yeah, I think it's
Okay.
accurate.
Do you think it's accurate, but maybe a little rude?
Right, like I think it's maybe offensive if somebody told me that, but I mean, it's kind of accurate, yes.
Okay. So sometimes the truth hurts, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're a digital
So.
prostitute. Okay. What's the end
Yeah.
game here?
I'm kind of just well, right now I'm trying to work on saving my money. I had to pay a lot in taxes last year, or not last year, 2 years ago when I really started. I had to pay $6,000 in taxes, and it really upset me. Last year I didn't do too well, so I didn't have to pay too much in taxes. But I mean, as far as I'm going, like right now, I'm just what's my goal? I don't know. I guess just to save as much money as I can.
Got it. Okay. Do you date while you do OF?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. And do you tell your partners what you do?
No.
Well, how come?
Um, I usually wait a little bit to tell them, but eventually I do tell them eventually, yeah. But at first I usually say I do social media for a living and I don't really give it out, and I'm being completely honest. I'll be like, "Oh, I do social media, that kind of stuff." I wait for a few dates and then I'll eventually spill the beans. Some guys take it lightly, some guys want to film.
Hold on. You're not being completely honest.
No, I'm not. You're right. I'm not being completely honest. Yes.
Why?
Wait. Right now, I am being honest to
No,
you.
in
Right now.
what you're telling the partners you date, you're not being honest.
Yes,
You
I'm
said
not.
I'm being completely honest with them, and then you told a lie.
Oh no, I meant I'm being completely honest with you. But yes, I do lie.
Oh,
Yes.
got it. Okay, so you start your relationships based on a foundation of lies.
Yes.
Got it. Why?
Because I feel like I've told them before, right? If I start talking to a guy and I tell them that, they usually think that I'm, more promiscuous or that I want to, do it on the first date, stuff like that. So I try to keep it as, non-sexual as I
Well,
can.
I mean, could you see why they might think that though?
I can see why they might think that. Yeah.
Because you are what's the term you don't like but's true?
Digital prostitute,
A
yeah.
digital prostitute. So, I mean, you're running an elaborate con here.
I mean, well, technically I was selling stuff on the TikTok shop and sometimes I'll tell them that I do the TikTok shop, but really I got banned from the TikTok shop, but I was doing that before. So, yeah. I'm, like I mean, yeah. So, but
All right.
so I mean, what do you think I should do? Like what do you think that like what are your thoughts?
Okay. Do you actually, well, I mean, gosh, I would love to answer that question and tell you what I think you should do. But it's too easy to tell you that. It's too easy. And what I might want or think somebody should do isn't reality. But I would ask you, what do you think you should do? Is this like you're 24, 25 years old? How old did you say? Your bio said it.
I'm 24.
24 years old. So you started this 3 years ago when you were 21. Like
Mhm.
back up a couple of years before that. Did you see this as being the plan for your life? Like you're going to be an online prostitute.
No, I went to college and then I failed college algebra 3 times. So I thought, yeah, this ain't for me. This probably isn't the way to go. So, and I
Okay.
really wanted a car. I didn't get a car. And so I wanted a car at the time. So that's what I did.
Got it. Well, I mean, what do I think you should do? What do you want to do? Like, what is the meaning and purpose of your life? I'm going to assume that there's a bigger purpose out there for your life than digital prostitution. Is that fair?
Uh, yeah. Yeah, I would like to gain something else than this. Like, yeah, I would like to do something else probably. Like, I mean, like, I still want to do this, but like, would I want to do something else? Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Well, do you think that there's more value to you than just your body and what these random men are willing to pay you for?
Do I think that I have value? Like, wait,
Like, do you
repeat that
think there's?
question. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't even know what I said. Do you think there's like more for you? More, like, are you worth more than doing what you're currently doing? Not monetarily, but like value of yourself.
Um, probably not.
You don't. You don't think that there's a higher value or purpose for you aside from just selling your body?
Like, what other job would I do?
Hold on, I gotta ban this guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe, but I already like ruined my digital footprint, so there's really no going back.
Oh, there absolutely is going back. Go look at Joshua Broom, probably the most famous ex-male porn star. He was in over 1,000 porn videos, was at the top of his game, highest earning porn star in the world. And now he makes a living speaking against pornography in the pornography industry. There
I
absolutely, and there's plenty of women who do that as well. Tons.
Right, but
Or you could be a
uh,
plumber. I don't know.
yeah, see, I don't want to be a plumber.
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
rather
blame
just
you. I don't either. Yeah,
or but yeah. The
yeah.
only thing is like the real thing that I really want is like I want the man, hopefully, right? Hopefully a guy accepts me for what I do for a living and we get married and I can live the life that I want while still doing this job.
Yeah, all right. Can I just be like real direct with you?
Yeah.
Is the man how do I ask this? You hope that the man. Here's how I hear that question.
Mhm.
You want a man who will accept the fact that you are sharing yourself with hundreds or thousands of other men online.
Yes.
Is that actually the man you want?
Yes. That is, yeah, I want somebody not to judge me and love me for who I am. That's the truth. Yeah.
Well, but those are different things. What if
What if what? Lots of words here from me.
no, no, no. I'm
Sorry.
hmm.
Hmm.
I'm trying to reconcile how you view that as loving, that they would accept you. And fully accepting somebody, great, right? But I'm wondering what more could be available for you, and if this is it, right? What if it was the most loving thing for a man who could say, hey, you know what? I don't want you to be doing this. I think that there's more value to what you have to offer the world than prostituting yourself online.
No man's ever told me that. So,
Okay. Can I ask you what your relationship is like with your parents?
my dad's dead.
Oh God. How how old were
And
you when he died?
12.
Dang, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then I have a relationship with my mom, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Have you dug into your the story there with your dad dying? I mean, just unpacking that.
what was the story about him dying?
No, no, no. Just losing a parent at a young age is a
Oh, yeah, it really affected.
catastrophic event.
Yeah, it really affected me, yeah. Not having a male figure in my life really affected me in my relationships, and yeah. So,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I think if my dad was alive, I don't think I would have gotten into this profession, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
That's the truth. Yeah, I don't think I would have.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because he would kill me.
Why?
Uh, he would, I think I would have done better in high school, and I don't think I would have, like, he wouldn't have allowed that. So I think he would have prevented me from doing that.
Yeah, it's a huge loss not having your dad there to guide you through those crucially developmental years.
Yeah. I don't like to get emotional, but yeah.
Yeah. Have you let yourself? I mean, like I barely know you, right? But have you really? I know that you have, right? So that's not what I'm not implying you haven't done it, but like, have you? What I'm wanting to say is like, have you really just sat in the sadness and the grief of losing your dad and the profound impact that that's had on your life and your development?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you said you haven't had a man tell you that you're worth more than online prostitution, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, I can't say I've really been in love like that.
What do you think your dad would have said to you, or what do you remember about your dad saying to you, whether verbally or non-verbally, about what you're worth?
Well, I mean, that was kind of, it's rough to really think about. I mean, there was good and bad parts to my father, but he raised me alone without my mom growing up, and he told me I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend when I was like 12 before he passed. And when he died, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. I'm finally going to be able to have a boyfriend now. Like, I mean, I didn't really, I mean, obviously I was sad that my father passed, but I just was like, oh my God, I'm going to have a boyfriend. Yay. And then, yeah, that was it. That was just like, I mean, there was some, he wasn't the nicest man. I'm not going to go into detail about that. And CPS has called on him and stuff like that. But, yeah, I was really excited to have a boyfriend and things like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So now what do we do?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Keep doing you and I'll watch.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I thank you for sharing, and thank you for being so open. And I would just say to you, okay, there's more for you than doing what you're doing. I won't shame you. I won't judge you for it. But I think that there's more. There's a bigger story here for your life than selling your body online. And somebody will recognize that and want you for that, for the bigger story here, not just because they can pay for access to you on the internet.
I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
You have a
Thanks
good
for
night.
sharing. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey there, what's going on?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. I guess I'll give my input on
Are
porn
you
and
18
that
or
entire
over?
industry. I'm 18, yes.
Okay. All right, great. What's your input?
I think porn absolutely hurts relationships. I actually recently broke up with my ex like a couple months ago. And the reason why we broke up is because I wouldn't allow him to watch porn because I considered it cheating. And I just think it also just really like destroyed like my self-confidence as well. And he also, I mean, I could tell that he also was very much addicted to porn the whole time as well, just because of like the way he treated me. Like, I don't want to really get into like full detail obviously like about that sort of like stuff, but like I think he definitely like watching porn makes men view girls just as like complete objects, and like they could just do whatever they want. um and I just think like I've never been. I think that was like by far the worst breakup I've ever had in my life, just because the fact that it was because of porn. And like I'm not gonna lie, prior to that relationship, I like didn't have an issue with like people that did OnlyFans or were a part of like the porn industry. But after that relationship, I realized just how bad it is and how much it affects like the way men treat women, and it is just it's just awful. And I think it also like I also, a part of the breakup was I wasn't comfortable like sending him like nude pictures of myself, and that was another reason why he broke up with me. And I think it's just very like it was just like very dehumanizing, just awful to be left for that sort of reason. And that's why I think porn is just like really, really bad for relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, well, good for you for taking that stand and not tolerating that. It's really hard, especially at your age, to have that opinion and voice that in a relationship. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I do think it's also just like very, it is very awful experiencing it at like a younger age too. And it just feels very gross. And like, I don't know. I think I just really hate the way that like watching porn and, for, especially for guys has been like so like normalized. I don't think it should be normal at all. and it absolutely changes the way men treat and view women, and it's just so obvious. And it was just crazy to see like somebody that like I love so much, like because we dated for about like 6 months, which doesn't sound too long, but like I don't know, it was like honestly that was like the longest relationship I've been in. So like it was just like somebody that I loved, and all of a sudden it's just like that switch up, and it's just like crazy. Like the fact that like porn could just do that to a whole relationship is
Yeah.
like insane.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And the last girl that was on this live, like I was agreeing with everything that you were saying, and I just think um like it's awful that like I feel like girls always are asking to be like respected by men, and they want to be treated right, but then they also like put themselves out there in these industries, and like these industries, like it's not only just like the way it's affecting how men treat women, but also like the sex trafficking, and like there are literal videos of like people getting raped and just like horrible, horrible things on like Pornhub, whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I just think it's really awful. And honestly, it's just like such a horrible topic for me, especially because of like the last relationship I was in. Because I never thought that would be something that could end a relationship, but it did.
Yeah. 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 I'm going to sneeze or yawn or fart. I don't know. Something's happening. All right. Thanks for sharing. Good for you. 18 years old. Love that.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I want to ask a question in the chat, but I don't know how to ask it because it's very vulnerable, but I'll ask it anyways. Who here, man or woman, has ever shared pictures, and if you know what I mean by pictures, and you either didn't want to, like you didn't want to in the moment, but you did it anyways, or you regretted it later? Who has done that? Yeah. Yeah. So, don't do that. I rarely give advice, but I'm gonna break my rule there. Don't do that. Don't send pictures of yourself to anybody. Like even your spouse. It's just once you put that out there, you can never put it back in. And it's also it's not intimacy. It's not creating connection. Yeah, I get it, Trina. I'm not judging you, but obviously, I would imagine everybody in there who said yes, like you learned your lesson, but there's a high likelihood you're going to be pressured into doing it again. Just be careful. All right, so this new book I'm real high on, Intimacy and Desire, by David Schnarch. People who can't control themselves control the people around them. People who can't control themselves control the people around them. Think about it. Why do people watch porn? They don't control themselves. They don't have discipline. They feel like they're out of control. So they got to go control somebody else, control an experience of somebody else. So, human sexual desire is about desiring your partner and not just desiring sex, per se. Poorly differentiated people don't want to want, but they want to be wanted. Sexual desire problems create and arise from two-choice dilemmas. Two-choice dilemmas exist because choices are finite in love relationships. In emotionally fused relationships, your choices decrease as your partner starts to develop a more solid, flexible self. This is a good book. All right, let's take out another guest. Becca and Javier. No? Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Are you 18 or over?
I'm 38.
You're 38. All right. Is porn helping or hurting your relationship?
Definitely hurting the relationship at the moment, absolutely.
Okay.
But also just like a few thoughts. I think Kay was her name that was just talking. Just listening to her speak and reminiscing on where I was at 24. Like times have changed and evolved so much. Just society, social media. Like back when I was 24, we still felt that same pressure to be desired by men and by society. But at that time, OnlyFans didn't exist and whatnot. So we would go to the bar and, dress explicitly and whatnot. So I try not to judge the people that are doing OnlyFans now because I think there's so much pressure on these young girls. Um, just in general, like nobody posts a single picture on social media that is not edited and filtered. I can't
I do.
imagine being
I can't figure out how to use those filters and stuff.
okay. Well, most
I'm just
women,
kidding. Yeah. I'm actually
I
not
can't.
kidding. I just take the picture and I post it. But I get what you're saying.
It's terrifying thinking of girls growing up in this day and age. Looking at Instagram and thinking that that's the social norm and that's what standards that you have to live up to. But as far as porn goes, yeah, no, definitely hurting the relationship. I've only ever been in 2 relationships my entire life. One was 15 years and the last one was 5. Porn was a problem in both. In this current one, and yeah, definitely a huge issue. I kind of think it comes hand in hand with other addictions, but it, yeah, I think men also don't realize like when you are out, we know you're looking at this stuff. It puts a pressure on us that pushes us away, and when it doesn't mean that there's not other men that are looking at us and talking to us and yeah, I don't know. It's super
All right.
toxic.
So were you married for 15 years or in that relationship?
Uh, dating for 11 and then married for 4.
Okay. Dating 11, married 4, and then you guys got divorced?
Yeah. We were together since high school.
Got it. And then you're now currently in a 5-year relationship?
Hmm.
Not married?
Not married, but we do have a child now. And
Got it.
porn was a very big issue throughout my pregnancy, which was a huge problem. Um, yeah.
And you, okay, so, and he still watches porn?
Yes, and he lies about it constantly, and I catch him constantly.
Is he there? Can we get him on?
No, he's sleeping right now. He works in the morning. I'm on my own right now.
Wake him up.
That would not go over well. It is and the thing is, like when I catch him, like I'll look at his phone and I'll show it to like he'll promise me I'm not gonna look at it like I will ask him like promise you're not gonna do it tonight, not gonna do it tonight, and I will catch him and he will be so upset that I've caught him, but he won't, like the behavior and the habit doesn't change, and it's crazy, like it's changed our intimacy, it's changed our connection, and the thing, how can I say this without being like too explicit or descriptive, like we had that type of relationship in the beginning, but now we do not because of these habits, and yeah, it changes the way your woman will treat you and will
Okay.
act towards you.
How long have you been? First of all, that sucks. How long have you been playing this game with him, where you catch him and he gets like flustered, and then says he's not going to do it again, and then he does it again?
4 out of the
How-
5 years.
Okay. Do you think anything's going to change going forward if you keep doing this the way you're doing it?
There's nothing that I can do to change it. He needs to choose to change it. So that's the thing. Like
Well,
I'm
you can't
definitely
change him, but
no,
you
exactly.
can change certain things.
Yeah.
So what if he never changes? What will you do? What do you want to do?
I want to be with someone that wants to be with me the same way he wants to be with porn. And so I'm considering other options, but we have a baby right now, so it complicates things a little bit.
Yeah, I got that. It certainly makes it harder. You can't change him, but you can change the game. You can change how you're approaching this. If you want to. I don't know. Let me just ask you a question. Do you want anything to be different here? Sorry, I assumed you wanted something to be
Oh
different.
yeah, no, absolutely. And what
Okay.
I'm doing right now and how I'm approaching it isn't changing anything. So that's what, like I'm at a
Yeah.
loss of what to do.
Yeah, so you want him, excuse me. I'm very yawny tonight, people. I'm sorry. You want him to treat you how?
Like I want to feel desired. I want him to put his sexual attention into our relationship instead of into porn. I want, because that's what I do. So it's frustrating because I don't understand why it's so difficult. I guess when it's addiction, it's different, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, well, it is very difficult when you're hooked on it. His brain is conditioned to continue going back to it, right? And so, there very well may be an addiction there. But what if he doesn't change? Like, what are you really wanting to say to him?
I have said it and it hasn't. I've stopped saying it because it hasn't gotten me anywhere.
Yeah. So you've kind of given up.
I'm in the process of giving up. The thing, like it should be, you have everything available to you. I'm there. I'm willing, and I'm not doing what you are doing. So, I guess I just don't I don't know. I don't understand. And
When
And
did you
he-
start
he-
watching porn? Do you know?
when did he?
Mhm.
Oh, probably went like in his teens. But when we started dating, he told me he almost never watched porn, and everything was like great between us. And then like maybe like a year into it, all of a sudden, like yeah, he was being like sneaky and like lying with, and it's not just, and the sad thing is, it's not just porn, it's Instagram and girls that he knows that are posting explicit pictures. Like all these things are, he can't help but react to it or engage with it, which is a problem for me because I don't engage and react to men that I know or porn in general.
Yeah. Who else in your life knows like how deeply this is affecting you?
My sister, because she just separated from her husband that also had a porn addiction.
Is that it? Anybody else?
A couple of friends, like yeah, that I'm close with and are going through issues with their partners also not being completely faithful on social media. I think that's where I struggle too. Like I'm not sure if my boundaries, like if I'm being too rigid with my boundaries because I am kind of an anomaly. Like not a lot of people have only been with like two people or in two relationships. So that's where he'll throw that out all the time too. He's like, well, everybody watches porn, and this is, you know, you should be like, this
It's
is
not true.
normal.
He's gaslighting you.
I
Yeah.
that's something I'm really struggling with though, is like figuring out like to what extent should I be okay with it? Should it be okay like once in a while? Like I like, but even then, because I've caught and seen so many things that are not okay. Yeah, I'm struggling with the boundary part, like figuring. Yeah, that's a big issue.
Yeah, but I mean, how much do you think you should tolerate this? Him lusting after other women and masturbating while watching strangers have sex.
I think like the worst thing for me is not even the porn. It's like the people that you know that you react to and that um, you know, interact with their posts and send things to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah, I think social media, being an 80s baby, I think social media has really ruined relationships, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm a couple years older than you, and we kind of had the internet, but not really growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
is so different now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Bye-bye. Social media has ruined dating too. I can't imagine what this whole dating app thing is like. Who has ever used a dating app before? Put it in the chat if you have ever used a dating app. I mean, it's probably a dumb question. Anybody, under 30 has probably used one? You download it after the betrayal. The truth comes out. Who here is under 30? Who here is under 30 and has never used a dating app? Who here is under 30 and never used a dating app? Downloaded it when TikTok got banned. Who is under 30 and never used a dating app? Watch it. Me. 25, never used a dating app. I'm 40 and never used a dating app, but that really doesn't mean anything because I got married when I was 26. 26? Yeah. I mean, I've used it, but never successfully. Oh, I love that, Ryan. Thank you for your honesty. Can I ask you a question? Sure, you just did. 47 and haven't. My BF has an addiction. You guys want to see something gross? Oh, it's actually not that bad. I have like a bug catcher. Don't think you've ever shared that before. Well, how do you feel after sharing that, Caitlin? What do you notice? What do you notice coming up in your body after sharing that? Does your husband know? All right, let's bring on another guest. He knows. Man, I am so tired. I want to play Fortnite. Who wants to play Fortnite? Who's on? Just going through the I want to hurt you back. Yep. Hey, it's normal. No problem. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. You're already playing Fortnite. Lucky. Hey there, what's going on? Oh, that was an accident. That was an accident. Throwaway account. Oh, great. This will be great. Donald John Trump said I'm going to watch Corn before I sleep. Not surprised, Donald. Hey there, how's it going?
Hello, can you hear me fine?
Yeah, are you 18 or over?
I am 19.
Okay. All right, what's going on? Is porn helping or hurting your relationship?
Definitely harming.
Okay.
So
And?
we started dating in high school. I didn't know about it at first, but it came out, and it's definitely very harming, very damaging, because wandering eye and everything. So I would notice his eyes would wander, and it would definitely hurt me because I wouldn't feel pretty enough or enough. And you open that can of worms, and definitely very harming to the relationship.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Can you put more words to that? What you're feeling?
It's very devastating learning about that. I will say it's kind of heartbreaking in its own way. Because, I mean, you think everything's fine, you don't know, but then you notice like the small stuff. Like not responding after a while in texts, or they're being kind of secretive, or you notice the wandering eye, them looking at other people, and they're not very subtle about it, or they think they are, but they're not really. So it's very harming. And consuming just all of that stuff, they do it more. It's kind of like a subconscious thing. They don't realize they're doing it until you point it out.
Are you still in that relationship?
I am.
Okay. And is he still doing that to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, no. We sat down and we talked about it, and he's trying, as far as I knew, he was trying to not watch or consume it as much.
But is he still?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, I just wanted to put my 2 bit in.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Of course.
All right. Bye-bye. So this Intimacy and Desire book, let me just tell you some of the headings in this book. This chapter 13 is called Tender Loving Sex. I haven't even read this chapter yet, but I've read some of his other books. He talks about creating focal attention during sex. And this heading is, hold on, eyes open sex. And then he talks about the OEO, EOE, EOO, eyes open orgasm. Next heading, give it to me, baby. Oh, wow. Gosh, I can't even read this on TikTok. I mean, I could, but it would be like... Here's the ideas to ponder. I'll take another guess in a second. Tender loving sex can strengthen your 4 points of balance, change your mind, and possibly change your brain. Mind mapping plays a big role in tender loving sex. Tender loving sex involves things like letting yourself be held and engaging your partner through eyes open sex. Eyes open orgasms are like Dr. Spock's Vulcan mind meld in Star Trek, a profound level of partner engagement and emotional transparency. All right. What if they think they have a testosterone problem, not a porn addiction? Well, I think the most obvious answer to that is maybe get your testosterone checked. Like, is there a hormonal thing here? Let's check it out. I don't know. But you can get that checked. And I don't know that low testosterone, I don't know that that necessarily would mean you have low desire. Consult your physician. Hey there, what's going on? Angel Wings, hello? Do we have a snore? I don't think so. Mine was just a closet dude on the Grindr app. Sorry. Must have been quite the thing to discover. The book, what's the overall theme? Like how to have healthy sex. I still, it's really good, Caitlin. It's really good. The first chapter talks about how there's always, the first chapter is called There is Always a Low Desire Partner, and the low desire partner always controls sex. And he basically describes the concept that there's always somebody with a lower desire and a higher desire, not just with sex, but like with everything. And what he says is people come to his office. He's a psychologist, a therapist. And he talks about how it's normal. So the first thing, it's like people think it's a problem, but he's like, no, this is actually a normal part of being in a human sexual relationship, a human relationship. So once you can understand that, okay, now you can work on it. You can work through it. So yeah, it's really good. I mean, I wouldn't start with this book if you're like wanting to learn about porn addiction, sex addiction, and betrayal and all that. But this is like a deep dive. It's really good. This is called Intimacy and Desire: Awaken the Passion in Your Relationship by Dr. David Schnarch. Probably my number one books, though, are Unwanted by Jay Stringer and The Betrayal Bind by Michelle Mays. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go to bed. Great being with you all. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men dealing with unwanted sexual behavior, such as porn or sex addiction, and women dealing with betrayal trauma. I have a great community of people who are wanting more, wanting better for themselves and their relationships. So if you're interested in that, you can go to the link in my bio, schedule a call with me. And Caitlin and I in Honest Love are doing a group this summer. If you don't follow in Honest Love, follow her. We're doing a group this summer for women going through betrayal, starting in 2 weeks, is it? The link's on my bio, on my website. If you're interested in that, starting in 2 weeks on the 12th. So if you're interested in that, DM one of us or go to the link in my bio. Do you have it in your bio, Caitlin? Hopefully you do. You do, cool. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Great being with y'all. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.